Today we're talking about a powerful drama called The Fallout. Get ready for an emotional story that will surprise you. The story starts on what seems like any ordinary morning. A teenage girl named Vada is getting ready for school with her best friend Nick, just like they do every day. But then something happens that changes everything. Vada gets a worried text from her younger sister Amelia. When Vada finds her sister in the school hallway, she discovers that Amelia has gotten her first period and feels scared and confused about it. Vada tries to be a good big sister and promises to explain everything later that evening. While Vada is in the school bathroom, she meets Mia, one of the popular girls at school. Mia tells Vada she looks pretty even without wearing makeup. But their conversation gets cut short when they hear something terrifying. Gunshots echoing through the school hallways. Both girls quickly run into a bathroom stall to hide and stay safe. They're trapped there for what feels like forever, listening to the scary sounds outside. During this frightening time, Vada thinks she might not make it out alive, so she sends what she believes will be her last message to someone she loves. Another student named Quentin also runs into the bathroom to escape the danger. Later, everyone finds out something heartbreaking. The person with the gun killed Quentin's little brother right in front of the school building. When the police finally arrive, they stop the shooter, but the damage is already done. This terrible experience leaves deep emotional scars on Vada. She can't stop thinking about what happened and feels shaken up for weeks afterward. The night after the shooting, Vada goes online and looks up Mia on social media. She decides to send her a message because they went through the scary experience together. When they start talking, Vada learns that Ai's parents are far away in Japan, so she's all alone at home and feeling very frightened. Vada gives Mia her phone number and tells her she can come over if she needs company. Vada keeps having bad dreams about what happened. She wakes up from nightmares and goes to see her best friend Nick. Nick has been thinking a lot about why they survived when others didn't. He believes maybe they lived through this tragedy so they could help prevent similar terrible things from happening at other schools. Nick decides to start a group that works against school violence. Meanwhile, Vada spends time watching Mia's dance videos online and really enjoys them. She suggests they should meet up in person. When Vada's mom asks where she's going, Vada doesn't tell the truth. She says she's visiting Nick, but actually goes to see Mia instead. When Vada arrives at Mia's house, she can see that Mia has put effort into looking nice for their visit. Vada tells Mia about Quentin's brother's funeral happening the next day, and says she wants to attend. Mia offers to go with her, and their presence at the funeral means a lot to Quentin, who is dealing with his own grief and trauma. After the funeral, Vada starts collecting memorial cards and keeping them in a special box. She also collects similar cards for other people who died during the school shooting. Even though time passes, Vada still feels shaky and upset when she thinks about that day. One day, Mia sends Vada another message inviting her to visit again. During this visit, Vada discovers something interesting about her new friend. Even though Mia seems popular and outgoing, she actually doesn't enjoy big parties or social events. Instead, she spends most of her free time dancing, which is something she used to do every single day before the shooting happened. That night, Mia asks Vada to stay with her until she falls asleep, because she feels scared being alone. On her way home, Vada realizes she missed a protest march where Nick was giving a speech, so she sends him an apology message. The next day, Nick travels to another city for a rally about school safety. While he's gone, Vada's mother suggests that Vada should talk to a professional counselor or psychiatrist about her feelings. Vada agrees to try it, but when she goes to her appointment, she finds it hard to be honest with the therapist. Instead of talking about her real problems, she just says she's doing fine. While Mia is at home making dance videos, Vada decides to reach out to Quentin. She wants to thank him again for letting them come to his brother's funeral. They arrange to meet at a coffee shop, but when they get there, both of them feel awkward and don't know what to say. Finally, Veda breaks the silence by offering Quentin a comforting hug. Later, Veda watches Nick's speeches on television. She asks Mia to pour her some wine, and afterward they go relax in a hot tub. Then they decide to have some fun by the swimming pool. This is all new for Vada. She's never done things like this before, so she acts silly and giggly the whole time. When Veda gets home, she doesn't want to talk to her mother. She gets even more annoyed when her mom suggests she should go back to school, especially since her parents said she could stay home as long as she needed to feel better. Despite her fears, Veda does go back to school, but she's too scared to use the bathroom inside the building. Instead, she goes outside to use the restroom there. While outside, she accidentally steps on a broken glass jar. The next day, Veda gets some strong medication and takes it before going to class. The medicine makes her feel different and strange. During class, she bites on her pen so hard that ink gets all over her face. She has to leave the classroom and go into the hallway. Feeling more stressed than ever, she sends a message to Nick asking for help. Nick finds Veda and takes her home safely. Her younger sister Amelia tries to ask what's wrong, but like usual, Veda ignores her and won't talk about it. The next morning, Quentin calls Vada and tells her that she sent him some weird messages the night before when she was feeling strange from the medication. Vada invites him to come over that evening to watch a movie together. Quentin agrees and comes to her house, but they have to stop the movie early because Quentin gets a message from his family asking him to come home right away. After Quentin leaves, Vada watches her mom and Amelia happily cooking together in the kitchen. Then she does something strange. She blocks her sister from going into the bathroom. That evening, Vada lies to her family again. She tells them she's going to Nick's house, but actually goes to visit Mia. They spend time together in a sauna, and during their conversation, they discover that neither of them has ever had a romantic relationship with a boy before. This makes their friendship feel even more special and close. The girls decide to take a walk outside at night. While Vada is staying over at Mia's house, they try some new experiences together. In the morning, Vada realizes that something important has happened between them, and she goes home. When Vada gets back to her house, her family is very worried because they couldn't reach her all night. Her relationship with Nick also becomes strained because he had tried to call her earlier and couldn't find her. Vada feels frustrated and tells her mother that she was just at a friend's house having a few drinks. She says this even though she doesn't really like alcohol. She just wants to experience normal teenage activities and moments. Vada goes to Nick's house to say sorry for missing his call. Nick tells her that he and his family were really worried about her. But then Nick criticizes Vada, saying that he's working hard to change things and prevent more school shootings, while Veda is just having fun and acting like nothing bad ever happened. Feeling hurt by Nick's words, Veda goes to talk to Quentin about her argument with Nick. Quentin tries to make her feel better by explaining that Nick is under a lot of stress because of all the activist work he's doing. Then Vada asks Quentin to tell her about his brother, who died in the shooting. Quentin says that no one has ever asked him to talk about his brother before, because everyone is afraid of making him feel worse. He opens up and tells Vada all about his brother. After this emotional conversation, Veda kisses Quentin. But Quentin quickly pulls away from the kiss. He explains that he's not emotionally ready for a romantic relationship right now because he's still dealing with his grief. Feeling rejected and disappointed, Veda gets out of Quentin's car. Then she receives an angry message from Mia. That night, Amelia comes into Vada's bedroom to talk with her sister. It turns out that even though Vada has been acting cold and distant, Amelia really misses having conversations with her big sister. Amelia reveals something that's been bothering her. She's been blaming herself for sending that text about getting her period, because that's what made Veda go into the hallway where she could have been killed, just like Quentin's brother. Veda tells her sister about what it was like hiding in that bathroom stall. She explains that while she was trapped there, she was sure she was going to die. She realized she only had time to send one last message to one person, and that person was Amelia. The message said, "I love you too." After this heart-to-heart conversation, both sisters fall asleep together. The next day, Vada's father takes her out to the countryside for some fresh air and space. While they're talking about everything that happened, Vada accidentally says a bad word. Her father suggests that they both try shouting as loud as they can to let out their feelings. After they do this together, both father and daughter feel much better. Vada decides to go visit Mia at her house. When she arrives, she finds Mia sitting in the sauna, and Mia has been drinking alcohol. During their conversation, they both admit that they were worried their kiss might have ruined their friendship. But they realize that their friendship is actually still strong. As a result of this talk, Mia decides she wants to go back to her dance classes, and Vada promises to go with her for support. At her next appointment with the psychiatrist, Vada is much more open and honest than before. She tells the therapist that other people who went through the same experience seem to be handling it better than she is. Some of them, like Nick, are now trying to make positive changes in the world. Vada admits that for a while, she wondered if there was some special reason why she survived that day when others didn't. But now she understands that there was no special reason for her survival, just like there was no reason why innocent people had to die. After this breakthrough in therapy, Vada goes home and hugs her mother for the first time in a very long while. She finally tells her mom the truth about drinking alcohol, trying drugs, and spending the night with Mia. This honest conversation surprises her mother so much that she pours herself a big glass of wine. Finally, Vada goes to the dance school where Mia is taking classes. She sends her friend a message saying she's waiting outside. Vada looks up at the sky and feels happy for the first time in a long while. But then her phone buzzes with a news alert about another school shooting that just happened in Ohio. This news triggers another panic attack, showing that healing from trauma takes time, and that the fear of these events happening again is always there. Thanks for watching our review. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new videos.